So the question of the hour is simply this. Why, if after 5 long years, I know that Marian's finally going to get what's coming to her. She's finally going to be forced to, pay, for what she did to my mom. Why am I still so severely depressed? Well, we already know the deal with my mom. Me vehemently against my mom driving again. Then it can just be too, I'm not a happy person. We know that, I don't want to be here. Just like, and I'm not alone, a lot of people. But you trudge through anyway, struggle through anyway, even if you don't want to be here. But of course, not wanting to be here, is gonna influence in all different kinds of ways everything you do or think or feel or anything, Marian's going to be served, just like I was served by them. The landlord wrote up that bullshit thing, and then the constable served me with it. Because Marian's going to be served because she never filed the goddamn power of attorney anywhere. And right in the power of attorney, she wrote a fictitious office as the means to which, if my mother ever wanted to, it says right in here, you can revoke it at any time. That my mom could have revoked it at any time by going to this fictitious office, and it was all bullshit. So if it was never filed anywhere, all you could do is make it official and serve her that it's null and void, and then let everyone else know. Like the police that have been to this house 50 zillion times. Of course, that's an exaggeration, but my cousin drew up something that would rival anything a lawyer could draw up. And but what I said, the lawyer was pursuing things in a different way that made no sense. They're going too slow. And we need this thing dissolved. And my cousin's really smart, and she did research. And because it was never, remember, Marian's not, I've always said this from day one, Marian's not my mother's court-appointed guardian. She didn't do any of this through the courts. So since it wasn't done through the courts, it doesn't have to be revoked through the courts. I mean, that makes sense, right? But how the lawyer was pursuing things made no sense. I mean, I'm not going to spell it out, doesn't matter. But of course, I mentioned to my therapist, and she's like, oh, well, you concentrate on trying to get that, talk to your mother's doctor and get, and try to declare that, maybe report the psychologist to the ethics committee or write to the DMV or whatnot, and let the lawyer do his job. But my cousin, remember, it has nothing to do with me. That's what's great. That's what's great. Mary can't blame any of this on me. My cousin did it all, and, and she wrote out this incredible thing saying all the bullshit that Marion's done, the elder abuse, the fact that this was such an all-reaching document that my mom never would have signed. Nobody in their right frame of mind who had an heir would ever sign such a document. It was all kept secret. And then the recent phony 911 call, you know, she wrote everything out, and Marion's gonna be served with it and read it and be fuming. I'm glad my cousin talked my mom into it. Apparently Marion's been calling around to the family. My cousin, I guess, didn't tell anybody, not even her family, that she was coming here, so it's all secret. So Marion's trying to find out if she's here. Because probably she doesn't know, or she probably would have already shown up here. She called, but didn't leave a message. I told you, So it looks like she's finally. And even if she fights back or does what she threatens to do, because I said just because she's going to, doesn't mean she won't fight back and try to get my mom declared, blah, 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 whatever. And then my cousin was like, well, that's why your mom has, I know you don't like that letter from her psychologist, but she has that, that's proof it isn't. It isn't. If I can figure out, and my therapist can figure out that it's unethical because the guy doesn't even have his facts straight, then Marion can get her own thing and try to declare whatever, you know. But it doesn't matter, because in the end, Marion did wrong. Like I said to my cousin, I found out that Marion, of course, I already knew this, has been, you know, telling everyone and anyone, even these people who hadn't seen me in over 20 years or talked to me or anything. You know, my cousins who lived in that state, I didn't keep in touch with them. I'm crazy as a loon. So I said to my cousin, okay, even if I'm crazy as a loon, even if I'm crazy, that doesn't change what Marion has done to my mom. It doesn't change it at all, see? Including Marion's recent 100% bogus, phony, false report to 911. Doesn't change it if I'm crazy or not. But like my cousin said, yeah, but that's how Marion negates anything that you say. I found out bad things from my cousin just recently. Marion's telling my cousin's sister that there was never any large settlement. You believe that? Marion's told him